Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This afternoon in Birmingham, the hour is darkest before dawn. And I'm here to tell you in all confidence that we can turn this thing round and we can go on to defeat Jeremy Corbyn. And the first thing we need to do, you know what it is? We need to get Brexit done. And as someone who campaigned for Brexit, who believes in Brexit, someone who has meditated deeply on the opportunities that Brexit could bring our country, I am the right man to unleash now on that project. And all I can say is I am utterly convinced that with the right energy and the right commitment, common sense will prevail. But just in case it does not, we must prepare to come out anyway. And we must be able to come out on WTO terms so that for the first time in these negotiations, we carry conviction. And it's precisely because we will be preparing between now and October the 31st for a no-deal Brexit that we will get the deal we need. Now is the time to apply that formula. Education, investment in infrastructure, use of technology to bring our whole country together. Because too many people, look at that Brexit vote, too many people feel left behind by the incredible success of this country. And our ambition must be now to bring Britain, bring the whole of the UK together, uniting all four nations, the awesome, foursome, and uniting society. And you do it first with increased education funding, and I want to level up across the country. I'm entitled to ask about me and my determination, my character, and what I want to do for the country. And let me just tell you that when I make a promise in politics about what I'm going to do, I keep that promise, and I deliver. And
does a person's private life...
Don't boo! No, don't boo the great man.
When he answers this question, I will move on. No. Does a person's private life have any bearing on their ability to discharge the office of Prime Minister?
Well, look, I've tried to give my answer pretty exhaustively. I think what people want to know is whether I have the determination and the courage to deliver on the commitments that I'm making, and it will need a lot of grit right now. Looking for somebody with the determination and the courage and the application to get Brexit over the line, to relaunch our party, and then to take the fight to the socialists. That's what people want. And then of course, there is the question of the money, and that is difficult. And people will expect us to pay the $39 billion.
Do you accept we have to pay some of it?
I think it's important that as the UK's negotiator, we should retain some creative ambiguity about the money until such time as we get a resolution.
But what does that say about Britain as a country? If we commit to something, and we are legally obliged to pay at least part of it, what does it say if you leave that in constructive ambiguity?
I think what it says is that this is a country that is determined to conduct itself in accordance with the tradition of EU negotiation. The most important issue is the 175 pages of what's called the Northern Ireland backstop. And clearly there is an issue that has to be handled with great tact, with great sensitivity, but it can be done. And everybody understands that there are solutions to the problems of free movement of goods across the Northern Irish border. And this is agreed amongst all.
Can I just ask about an aspect of this?
All candidates, or both candidates. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. I'll see you later on.